Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. This may seem like a little bit odd because it's so late, but not a whole lot of stuff coming out at the end of the year. It's Christmas time, and a lot of the record companies just don't want to release stuff before Christmas. And this year has been one of the barest years I think I've ever seen as far as releases go. So there wasn't a whole lot that came out on Friday. There was one bootleg UFO album that came out that I had already had, but I picked that up anyway. But probably won't. I don't know if I'll do a review on that or not. But anyway, this one here is John Wetton, An Extraordinary Life. It is the box set of his 6 studio albums, plus it's got 2 complete full CDs of bonus stuff. And this came out, I don't know, a little over a month ago, I think. And, as usual, Amazon boned me on this one, and I didn't get it for like almost 2 weeks after the release date. I don't know what's going on over there lately, but thought I had their system figured out, and this one did not work out at all. So, I didn't do a review on it when I got it because it had already been so late. But I really love John Wetton, so I decided I'm going to do this one anyway, just because of my love for John Wetton. And as I was reading the book in here, he's got several people that did little write-ups on him. One was from Roger Dean, and as I was reading that one, it's like I actually got a little choked up reading that, talking about what a great guy he was. And thinking back, the first introduction I had to John Wetton was Heat of the Moment. I was 82. I was just a mere child, and I remember that struck me. That made me want to play songs and write songs. Just that song just like struck something inside me that, like, from day one, I knew it was the first time I heard that. That's what I want to do. When it was like I had to get everything that he was involved in. I've spent my life collecting everything I can find that's got John Wetton, even if he only played bass on it, because he's an amazing bass player and does not get the credit he deserves as a bass player. You listen to some of that early stuff, especially he did with like King Crimson and Family. He can play. He does not get the credit he deserves for that. Amazing songwriter, but it was his voice, as I think it is with many people, that just reached out and grabs you and just pulls you in. He just has this way of singing that's got this emotion to it that just reaches out and grabs you. So, when I heard this was coming out, there was no question in my mind I was going to get it. It wasn't too bad. It was a little over $100, so it's not horribly overpriced. But the first thing I did, I went right to the rarities, and I didn't know this before I bought it, but the rarities on this, I guess there was a box of tapes he had in storage that were just cassette tapes that he had all this stuff on that they went through, and it took him a couple years to go through all this stuff and find stuff that was even they had to like transfer stuff from tapes to they had to do the whole baking thing. They had to transfer ideas to other tapes that had, the little pads break off on them. They had to transfer the tapes over and splice and piece things back together to make some of these songs happen on here. So, and there's no order to it at all. They're just released like all over the place, but they're full. I mean, they're packed to I don't think they could have fit another song on either one of these 2 rarities things. So that was like really cool. You get a couple of the bonus stuff that they didn't use for the Rocky, not the Rocky, but the Sylvester Stallone movie there, Over the Top. The Gypsy Soul demos on here, but then the 2 other demos that he did for that movie are also on here. The first CD of the rarities is a little bit more mellower, and the second one's got a little more of the rockin' songs on there. So that was kind of cool how they separated a little bit. There's a duet on here with Lori Cuomo that's just amazing. That song is just killer. And these songs are like complete. They're not like even the demos. They sound like done songs. So it was really well put together. You got a song on here with Ringo. That one's probably the least well recorded one, but it still sounds really good. And a couple unfinished ideas he had on here. So that was just that alone was worth it. But on each one of the solo albums, you have the couple bonus tracks, at least one bonus track on everything. Some will have 2 or 3 bonus tracks on it, and those were totally excellent. There's an acoustic version of Battle Lines on the album Battle Lines. It's funny, I actually have the CD release of that where it was under the title Voicemail. That's how much I collect this stuff. It's just I have to have everything. And that's probably my favorite album, solo album that he ever did. But he, he's got all that stuff with Icon that him and Jeff Downs did. And he has so many guest appearances and things he's done. But this is like remastered, which I didn't know was remastered until I opened it up and started reading through the book and noticed it was remastered. And the remaster sounds really good. Sometimes I get worried about remasters, but the remaster does sound really good. It's really clear. It didn't take away from the oomph of the songs. The bottom end sometimes gets lost, I think, some of these remasters for some reason. But I thought they all sounded really well, a little bit more clearer without losing the bottom end. So I was actually happy with the remasters on these. I'm not going to go through each individual album because, that would take forever. But I did want to mention the book. The book is really well put together as well. The CDs, the only little tiny nitpicky thing I will do is the CDs slide into little envelopes. And anytime the CDs have to slide across anything, I don't like that. I'd rather have them just pop in the little plastic things and clip in. That's the only complaint I have. The little write-ups in here are good. They're not super long like some of these get, and they're really concise, and they're really nice words about John and his life. And it goes down and breaks down every album. It actually gives you the lyrics for all the albums too. So everything's there. It's like really well put together, well worth the money, I think. Sometimes these box sets, I think, kind of, cut corners or whatever. I don't think they cut corners on this one. I really, really enjoyed this. And I wanted to give John Wetton the love that he deserves on this. I can't say enough good stuff about him. He inspired me to want to be a musician and want to make songs and create music. There's a couple other people that have done that, throughout my life as well. But right from the very beginning, when I was really, really young, John Wetton is one of the people I can name that I remember the point in time I heard him, and I knew that he had, struck something inside me. So that's really why I wanted to do this one, because I just wanted to get people out there that maybe were questioning this, whether they should get it or not. Definitely get it. If you're even a little bit of a John Wetton fan, you're really going to love this box set. It almost sounds like a paid promotion, but this is a really good one. So anyway, as always, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below. And this one is one of those ones that the reason I do this stuff is because I always say I want to keep the music alive. So sharing, and subscribing helps keep this music alive. This guy, I remember when I heard the news of his passing away, it was like a gut-wrenching punch to my stomach, and seeing this come out and hearing all this extra stuff on here just really brought back lots of memories, and good memories, and just makes me really, really want to keep his memory alive. So this is one I had to do it, even though it's a little bit late. So anyway, until the next time, we'll talk to you guys. See you later.